Jinx, welcome back to Beholder 2. So we finished off the game. However, there's a ton of endings, so why not go for them? We're in for the ultimate good one ending that our father wanted us to do. So now let's disappoint our father and do the terrible ones. It's that guy in the beginning. I love it. Yeah, my first thought was generally just like, what the heck? Alright, so we need to get information from him first. You want me to go look around, don't you? So we do have the machine. See, so we need the passwords. So he tells us the passwords. We just need to get them. Give us the passwords, George. Oh, I won't stop asking you questions. So I've read through all this, which is why I'm gonna skip it. So we got one of the passwords. Alright, there's the two passwords. Awesome. So I don't think that's gonna be good what we're gonna find out, but let's find out because I'm actually really curious. What? What? The wise leader. Oh god. Part of the machine now, isn't he? Hello? Hello, is that you, Caleb? You look like... No. You look like them. Understand, I have so many questions for you. I don't even know where to start. I'm sorry to disappoint you, young man, but I don't know very much. I will have to ask something to you, but that's for later. In the meantime, ask your questions. If I can, I will answer. Why don't you do anything? You just lie here without injustice happening all around you in your own name? What can I do? I have long been tired old man who can't even move more than 100 steps away from these machines. Would you like to hear how I've become the wise loser? I was an aspiring theatre actor when the revolution started. I mostly played small parts. The most humiliating experience I ever had is portraying a corpse for 3 hours. Seems ironic now, doesn't it? So the revolutionary stormed the theatre during one of those shows and shot dead every actor for worshipping the bogus values. They left me alone, saying I was already acting dead. A week later, I encountered them again on the street. They were shocked. They must have remembered my face. Then someone yelled, "It's a miracle!" And before I knew it, I was put on a pedestal to give a speech. Either out of fear or relief, I got carried away with it. Turns out I was great at making rousing speeches. Within a fortnight, I was the face of the revolution. And as you guessed, it became my job to speak someone else's words from a stage, inspiring and motivating others. I was nobody, and I remained a nobody, just an echo. At least now I don't have to play dead anymore. As you can see, I already look as much deader than any corpse. Great. Do you know anything about the end of the circle? Do you even know what's going on in the ministry? I have no idea what you're talking about. These people don't really ask for my opinion, and why would they? What? You're the wise leader. And what does that mean? The wise leader is an image, nothing more. You're the father of a nation, the leader of the great state, the consciousness, the mind, the honor. I feel so sorry for Even. I feel so sorry for this main guy. His world has exploded, and he can't even grip the harsh reality of it all. I want to tell you a story. It's hard to believe, but once, a very, very, very long time ago, I was a teenager. Fantasy books were incredibly popular at that time, kind of like fairy tales for adults. Have you ever read anything like that? Those kind of books are banned. They said that every citizen must build a real life, not live in fantasies. Wow, when I was young, those books were everywhere, and the hardest part was finding good stories amongst all the rest. My friend told me the simplest way of identifying the bad ones. You have to read the description on the back. And if you come across a sentence containing more than 3 words that start with a capital letter, the book is most likely rubbish. This theory still works almost 100% of the time. What? Really? What? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I do want to test it out. Like, I'm actually curious. I don't have any bad books though. I have my old school ones, which were terrible. So let's see. So today, if you come across a sentence containing more than 3 words that start with a capital letter, the book is most likely rubbish. Okay. No. Doesn't work with this book. Damn it, because it was terrible. It's one of those English books that you're forced to read for a term. I still got it because how the school just practically threw it at us and was like, read this book! And yeah. We all hated it. I really want to prove him right, but I don't. Could someone else try this? I'm actually curious. Okay, anyway, moving on. I wasted enough time. I hope now you understand why I'm quite sick and tired of all these words, leaders, conscious minds, and so on. Okay, so you're saying if you... I get it. So if you have to use giant capital letters for titles and things, nah. Warning. Wait, hang on. I just noticed there's a freaking heart in the jar. So how's your health? What's all this? Why are you here? What are those organs and the tubes for? This little brain map. I'm over 100 years old. They continue to transport fading organs into me and keep me hooked up to life support. The worst thing is no one cares what I want. When they don't need me, they put me in a juice coma. And when they do need me, usually to record yet another propaganda video that raised me from the dead. Why? Wouldn't it be less trouble to use lookalikes? We had those for a time, but they all wanted something. Money, women, or just to get drunk all the time. After a couple of unfortunate incidents, we decided just to go back to the one person who already accepted his fate long ago. I'm not blind, I'm easily replaceable. They just only go to the effort. What's your request? I understand this is asking from a stranger too much, but there might be no other chance. I'm so tired, I'm so sick of myself. So many years have passed, I'm still on the soulless talking machine. I want you to kill me. What? Kill me, I beg you. Stop this meaningless agony. After all, so many people have been decided their organs to support me. And I'm just a scratch up turntable playing the same record over and over again. Unplugging me is pointless. These life machine. Just take a pillow. Kill me, friend. Do the right thing in my supper. No! Why do all these games make me have to choose this choice? I don't want this choice. I never want this choice. You know what a pain in the ass is because... oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to replay this, won't I? Okay, I don't think this character would. I really don't think it's in him to murder someone. Well, is it murder? We can debate that or no, but I don't think our character, our main Ethan, would do something like that. So I'm gonna refuse. Yes, it's a shot out of there. Yeah, I know it's a way out, but I don't think it would. I really don't think it would, and I sorts this out. Good job, Boy Graver. We'll break through. I won't let you bastards have handout. You only make things worse. To hell with you. You protected your son. We understand and respect that. Oh, is that my dad? Oh, hey, Dad. But did you do anything to protect yourself? How long do you think you'll last at my table? You gonna jump off cliffs all the time and build your way wings? Dad, for God's sake, you did this whole thing just to prove a point. Dad, no. What? Isaac, what's he talking about? Wait, how the hell did he do that? He was running towards it and then managed to do a 180 degrees backwards dive. Well, we learned the hard truth for all. Okay, so now for the different endings. So we just ask about it. We're done about it. Yep, lovely. Force field, bitch. No, you can't get me. Sam was so clever, even if he had to. I get his reasons why, but wow. Alright, so. Onion. It looks like an onion. So I think we should just go all the way down. We've done the last one, so we won't have to do that, but we'll just go all the way down, I suppose. So let's do that. Attention, this program only used for testing the power construction of subsystems at minimal power. Only this particle levels exceeding 50% may lead to complete destruction of the entire Houndown system. Current power 93%. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, let's sure. Serious connection of independent circles initiated. I forgot the voice, sorry. I'll do it next time.
A series of terrible explosions shook the city.
The engines exploded! No!
The relay towers became colossal columns of flame, falling on residents' houses and destroying the streets below.
I don't think this was... Damn it, sorry! Oh god.
Violent fires raged for several days, and when they were finally put out, the heaps of twisted iron and sad memories were all that remained of Project Heimdall.
If I can't have it, Peter, George, father, nobody can.
Little changed in the country.
Oh. Okay, so which one of those two people right at the front there is me?
Ministers continued to fight over power. Old players were deposed by new ones, each more vain than the last. A lack of principles became a synonym for success.
Oh.
Ordinary citizens remained a bargaining chip in political games. Small cogs in the soulless machine of total surveillance and control.
Oh, so I made things even worse.
The ruling elite had no use for Evan. After the protective dome disappeared, he was held at gunpoint and thrown out the same window his father had fallen from.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. My question is, when I did the last ending, how did I get out of that tower? Did I stop George machinery? I don't know.
Like father, like son, they shouted at him in a mocking farewell.
Wow, okay.
And only during that fall, in a state of absolute terror, did Evan truly feel free for the first time in his life, even if only for a fraction of a second.
I feel bad for him, man. Well then, that was horrible. Okay, so that's one ending. So... that was really bad. So I actually made the state worse. Which is not good. So that's the thing. With like behavioral stuff, is that if you're, you know, sneaky or mean and it goes your way, it actually encourages people to be sneaky and mean, and makes other people, you know, mad and angry and be sneaky and mean back. It's just a horrible cycle. I'm watching a program right now where that exactly the same thing is happening, and it's honestly the worst thing to watch happen. Because you want people to be nice to each other, but these people are like, no, it's just... no. Okay, so isolate Houndour's next one. Attention, isolating the system from any external charges is only possible by complete removal of all biometric data. In addition, formatting access data and activating additional firewalls, this protocol assumes the physical elimination of the last active administrator with total removal of his/her DNA chains. Oh. So it kills me. Medical data suggests this procedure is quick and highly painful. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Oh god.
Over time, the huge relay towers became a familiar part of the urban landscape.
So this is this ending where I killed myself so no one can use it, so it's become useless and old and decays over the years.
Slowly turning rusty and useless, they hung gloomily over the heads of everyone below. And though some said that the towers were only slumbering, still waiting for their master, no one ever found out what they were really built for.
That's horrible. The mind control devices, you don't want them to wake up.
Changed in the country.
Oh.
Ministers continued to fight over power. Old players were deposed by
again,
new
it's the
ones,
same as last
each
ending.
more vain than the last.
I'm just already dead.
Evan's sacrifice wasn't in vain.
Oh god.
None of the ministers who so passionately wanted unlimited control over the minds of the citizens were able to have it. Who knows how much worse things could have been if Heimdall had fallen into the wrong hands.
Uh-oh. That looks
But
horrific.
in the final seconds of his life, Evan still thought, could things have turned out differently?
Oh, what's with my eyes?
Was there ever any way for me to change something for the better?
I've got the study, guys. Game's guilt tripping me already. So, apart from me dying and stopping the Hammer project coming alive and be used by anyone, I instead died, made it useless, but the city around it, nothing changed. Okay, awesome. Alright, time for the next ending. Hey dude. Tell me all about this project. Whoa! And bosses! Whoa! I almost feel sorry for him. Except he tried to kill me and betrayed my trust, so no. Okay. Administrator. Searching users with appropriate access level. Complete. Oh man, but they're all dead. Do I have to do? I'll do all of them. Oh no! So somehow you'll be able to get to the very top of the tower with them still alive and not arrested. That's interesting. That's interesting. Probably have to go down that. So let's do Hermit George. Transferring administrative privilege to a new user. This shouldn't be good.
A low pulsating hum
Let's see what he
drawn
does.
through the city, filling the air, boring into every mind and bending every single person to its mechanical will. Men and women, adults and children, rich and poor.
The onions are active! Also, like, if you build a tower such as these, how do you take them down? Does anybody know without actually, you know, exploding them? Like, how would you take them down? Because you can't exactly... I have no idea. I am not... But that's an interesting question. Does anybody know the answers for that? How do you get with the giant towers?
In just a few minutes, the entire population submitted to Heimdall's power.
Oh boy.
From then on, people thought, felt, wished, and did only what was required of them.
So...
Heimnitz deceived Evan unshamedly. With the relays at his disposal, he spread them quickly throughout the country and immediately carried out his plan to destroy the population.
Wow. I'm not even
People
surprised.
beautifully lined up at the euthanasia centers.
Oh god.
And when there was no one left, the Boreans came and took everything they needed.
So he just committed massive murder? Genocide? Wow.
The once great country became a desert with the frightening, empty streets of a ghost town.
Wow.
Evan wasn't able to see it through to the end.
Oh.
He was only able to marvel at how quickly his fate had been decided, and regretted that Heimnitz didn't find enough soap for his rope. At least he wasn't around to witness one of the largest genocides in history, and the destruction of his family along with it.
Well, that was horrific. Yeah, let's never give him control ever again. Be interesting to see what the other bosses do, but then again, I'm kind of glad they're not around because I dread to think it would not be good. Clones, parties, and probably something else that was very terrible. To be close and so far from you go, right, George? Okay, so now we do happiness full, free of charge. Experimental program to introduce the weapons of pursuit of personal happiness and public welfare. Not recommended for use while prior A/B testing on AB audience during AB period. What? I don't say anything. Without analysis of selected cohorts, soft launch may result in LTV decrease. Launch protocol? Yes. Oh boy, what's gonna happen? This shouldn't be good.
A low pulsating hum droned through the city, filling the air, boring into every
I've seen this.
In just a few minutes, the entire population submitted to Heimdall's power. From then on, people thought, felt,
So this is
wished,
just the same as
and did
George's thing,
only
but
what was required of them.
how's it gonna be different, eh?
The desire of an abstract common good, embedded into the minds of citizens, had unexpected consequences. As it turns out, everyone has their own idea of good, and this meant that people strived for different, often opposite things.
Yeah, that's the thing with what people deem happiness and good and what's bad. I mean, my happiness will not be the same as the next person, and as we all know, we all have our own ideals of what is good and what is right. We have universal things with like laws and things like that, but they're, you know, made by a group of people deciding what is good and right for everybody, as it should kind of supposed to be, I guess. Oh boy, what have you done?
A wave of unmotivated violence swept through the city. People attacked one another at random, sincerely believing that they were doing it for the common good. When the wave of violence subsided, leaving behind it blood-soaked streets, the few survivors, shaken to the depth of their souls by the incident, started building a better world.
Reminds me of Hunger Games right there, just mindless violence for well, they have to do it for survival, but these guys obviously trying to do it for the common good, which is
and they
not
did it with such fervor
thing.
that they forgot about their own basic needs. After only a month, Elmer was a ghost town where even the most desperate did not set foot.
Wow, okay, see, total happiness is not a good thing.
Anyone who understood what was happening and who still had free will wisely fled the city, while Evan stayed on the top floor, witnessing the consequences of his choice day after day.
And he never once went back to the machine to change it.
Sometimes in moments of weakness, he thought that punishing himself with the monstrous sight of the massacre below was enough to atone for his sins. But soon there was no one left to whom he could repent.
Who's that?
And so the thought of the shredder several floors below seemed more and more attractive to Evan every day. But what mattered was that the thought was his own.
Oh god. Oh, these are horrible, man. Okay, gold mode, which I said we shouldn't do, but here you go. Attention! This protocol may alter receptive perception of current administrative status. Yes. Cult. Uh-oh.
A low pulsating
saw
hum
this.
droned through the city, filling the air. In just a few
Oh,
minutes,
God.
the entire
We have
population
become
submitted to
Wetberg,
Heimdall's
one
power.
of his last boss
From
we had.
then on, people thought, felt, wished, and did only what was required.
Okay, how's this gonna go down?
Is a cult of personality really such a bad thing? After all, If someone receives praise to the high heavens, doesn't that mean that they deserve it? The mindless worship of the wise leader was replaced by the blind adoration of Evan Redgrave.
Only thing that appears in my head about this is because he hasn't learned the lesson. They had blind worship of the wise leader, and you could see all the problems with having that complete demotion to the wise leader and like to anybody, and now he's done the exact same except put him at the top. And that's not the first thing this game has done. We have seen it before with Isaac, our previous boss we got rid of. He wanted to make a cult of clones with him at the top of the triangle to be worshipped like a god. Even you did not learn your lesson.
And if citizens had previously been able to afford to express their disapproval of the current state of affairs even in a whisper, now no one would have dared to do so. Because having one's own thoughts is an unaffordable luxury in a country covered with relay towers.
So it just made it worse. Now people can't even think properly. They can't even dare think against them.
But this is not the end. It is only the beginning. There are still so many places in the world where Heimdall towers are yet to rise into the skies, and so many countries yet to learn about Evan Redgrave.
So they're going to the war in the world, just wow, great. Even you made it so much worse.
Replacing the wise leader, is that not the pinnacle of a ministry career? The name Redgrave was respected before, but now it inspires awe.
It really shouldn't.
Isn't that what you wanted for your son, Father? Isn't
No.
that the greatness you dreamed of when you created Heimdall? Evan sits at the top of the world, and everything belongs to him, from the mountains and rivers to the people and their thoughts. He alone decides what his subjects can feel and want.
Oh God, no.
Evan Redgrave is a god now, and what does it matter that the fate of all gods is loneliness?
I don't even feel bad for him for that. He can be lonely. That was horrific. Okay, you know what? The first landing we went through was clearly the best, in my opinion, because goddamn, that was all horrible. All of them. And we didn't even see all the endings because we got rid of our terrible previous bosses, so like they would have made it even worse. So messed up. It's so messed up. But that is Beholder 2. We got there in the end. Somehow we survived. I'm not too sure how. There is so many choices in the game, so many different stuff you can do, and you know, this is only one way of doing it, so I implore you to go out and check this game out. It is depressing. It opens to very weird, kind of interesting and really downright horrible doors, but it is a very interesting game with an interesting concept, and the you know, you get to pick who you want to be, and in the end people get what they wanted, and as we all know, with like medical wishes and stuff, people don't know what they want, and yeah, what you say doesn't actually mean your wish doesn't get interpreted as you want. So she's like the happiness thing that clearly didn't work out well. My God, I love this game, but also this game very hits on very hard topics for people, and you know, the mood of this depressively does get to you, and it certainly got to me, and it was a big. But then again, you could argue that is one of the reasons why it's so good. It does get to you. You do feel like you're in this horrible world, being controlled, being watched, forced to fill out forms every single day for the sake of having enough money so that you won't be, you know, thrown in jail. It's a terrible world, and at the end, I don't know. But I think the message is that of the endings is forcing people, no matter how right you feel, is not always the best ideal to do, and giving people their free will and inspiring them to create a better world without, I don't know, something I believe in. You know, we're all human beings. We should all connect and try building a better future for people. And I guess that's why, you know, the father's wishes, the good ending is the one where we do that. So well done, Dad, for managing to find a good loophole and making it so that we survive. Because I'm pretty sure if we didn't have that, we would not be, poor Avon wouldn't be here. So Dad was smarter than all of us. Shame we live in a horrible world. Oh, Beholder 2, why are you so... Beholder 2. Alright, but that's the end of Beholder 2. That is the game. I'm not going to do any more different choices. Just because, yeah, playing this game for so long, it does bring you down. And I don't want to risk pushing my luck with this game. But it is an amazing game. I do love it. It's got depressing topics, depressing mood, but that's the nature of the game. It's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you feel this way because that is in game. That's how everybody feels. So it does bring you in. So it's emergent. It's amazing. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Beholder 2 for me. Check it out for yourself for sure. See what your choices are. Make sure they're your choice, basically. That's all I can say. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, want to play more awesome content, and I'll see you in the next video.